Lights, camera, action.
One of the best ways to wake up in the morning is to open all the windows in your car. Woo. That'll really get the blood flowing, get the mind awake, get the spirit tingling. Let's go. Alright, going to meet Coach T.
Listen, I woke up this morning and popped my collar because I'm feeling that way. Talk that talk, George.
Let's go. What's up, Coach? I remember I was playing basketball and I went up to get a rebound and collided with somebody, and I remember my shoulder this one just clicking back, and it was painful, man, and I couldn't even hoop for 2-3 weeks. But then I never did any care. I just stopped hooping for a bit and then got back in, and it never properly healed. Maybe a year later I got into a car accident, and so then I got set back again, and then the next year another car accident, man. All this stuff just built up. 7 months ago with the whole COVID and working from home, I wasn't ergonomically sitting correctly. Chronic pain almost every day, bro. Pain to the point where I couldn't work, man. I couldn't focus. All I could do was just sit. And then finally I went to the hospital. They gave me muscle relaxer. But at the end of the day, I got straight in my head that yo, I have to actually get this back into play. So this is why this is so important. To get the strength back in there, what's the first thing I should be thinking about mentally?
I always tell people, think about where you want to be, or envision end goal, and then we're breaking it up into steps on how we're going to get there. Kind of what you want from your shoulder. So if I have limited mobility when I'm moving my arm like this, what exercises or motions do I need to do to get that back in place? Being patient too, knowing that I'm not going to come in here and get it all. I'm not going to come out by 2 p.m. today. It's going to be I'm good. It's going to be a process, just like anything, whether it's your shoulder, cutting weight, adding muscle. This thing is a process, which is the really cool part about this whole journey, right? You're gonna remember where you are today and be like, oh man, I remember when I thought and then you're gonna get there, your shoulder's gonna be right, and then you're gonna love this time when you're able to tell that story to somebody else. My shoulder wasn't right, but I came 3 times a week to get this thing right, and now you're there. So just thinking about being patient with yourself and being okay with mistakes. That's something, especially if you're coming in here alone or you have assistance or something like that, you're gonna mess up or maybe not be right all the time, but you learn from it and expect some soreness too.
Yeah.
But no pain, no gain.
Let's go. I'm ready. All right, so what we setting up right now?
We're gonna do a cable shoulder press. So the Smith machine over there, we were doing more push exercises. Now we're gonna do some pulling with the cable to get some more mobility. See what that's like, testing that out on your shoulder. I always try to tell people to make your stomach touch your back, so that your core is activated, your posture straight.
Okay.
All working out is cardio. It's just if you're doing it right. So if you're activated, you're still working on all of this, because this is coming from here. When I'm pulling, I'm using all of this.
Core activated.
Something else to remember, lifting is time under tension. That helps you build your muscle. Just think about if you rush in life, you do something really fast, you may not get done as right, or you may not build whatever you're supposed to build. If I go slower and I'm building the tension, I'm building more muscle, and it's taking more muscles and it's training more.
Feeling the burn that hurts to go slower, to feel every little bend in your body. What's the spiritual technology behind this?
Spiritually, or I'm a Christian. I feel like any religion that you are, or any spiritual belief that you have to have self-control, you have to have discipline, and you have to have a sense of humbleness, right? So all those things are the same things that apply here. How dedicated are you? What self-control do I have in my mind, my body to look like and feel like? If I'm doing all this and I'm not eating right, there's going to be no point, because most of it's eating. So if I'm not living the way that I feel like God is telling me to live, and I'm not eating the spiritual food, ain't gonna be right. Even when you don't have the motivation, you have to stay consistent. I could lose the motivation, but if I stay consistent, when my motivation comes back, I didn't drop off anymore. My brother Jamon, he always says, I don't want to ride a wave, because eventually it's gonna fade out and it's gonna wash away. I need consistent motion.
Shout out to Jamon.
Finding that consistent motion is something that I keep striving to find. The wave sounds really cool to say that. How are you when nobody's looking? Something I tell the clients and the student athletes all the time. When nobody's watching you, who are you? Either you really are, or that's the person that you want to be. So making sure you're doing that work when nobody's watching, that's the biggest work. That is the biggest
That's the hardest one.
But like growing and maturing into an adult is more so learning how to be a self-starter, which takes you to start knowing yourself, learning yourself more. I had to figure out for myself what gets me going. Why do I want that? And it changes. What my self-starter was 6 years ago when I was 298 pounds is not why I go straight to the gym as soon as my feet hit the floor. But it's still the same goal at the end, is to be better, learn how to be fearless in things I was scared of.
That's the only way to transform into who you're becoming and become unrecognizable. All right, next workout is face pulls. We in this to win this. It's the new life. Coach, how do I get my arms like yours? Got a question that came up. What if I only come to the gym once a week? Any advice on what I could be doing daily?
First, eating right. Eating right is most things. And then drinking a lot of water.
Just a gallon of water? Think about it. Look at my water. My little baby water.
In this process of transforming throughout the years, I've learned to try to do stuff that I don't like.
Principles. That's universal principles. Growth and transformation.
Days that I don't like certain exercises, like over the years of doing those ones that I don't like, I found parts of it that I do. Find that, channel that, and I just zone in on that, get through whatever that is. Tapping into something that you may not like, but finding something that you do, which is gonna have to take you getting out of your comfort zone, tapping into it, fully diving into it. You're not gonna find that small piece that you like about something if you're not fully tapping in. So issues I had with my body before in terms of just functionality, once you start adding it and being knowledgeable, it goes away if you work at it.
If you work at it.
When I was like 298, not dealing with things that happened as a child,
Like traumas and stuff.
not dealing with it.
You saying that your traumas showed up in your body, not only like physically, but like mental weight, you know?
Every day, even from my countenance, how I talk to people, not knowing how to deal with trauma, not dealing with it properly. Some of it I've healed from, and some I have not, and I don't know when I will, but it fuels me positively every day. Now I gotta get up to be better, because I've still gotta work through this.
Yeah.
Or I know what I was like when I was there, I don't wanna go back there, let me work through this. Or seeing it in somebody that may be a client, we gotta work this thing out. Every day I do not wanna be here. Someday I may have like 40% to offer. I'm gonna give you 100%. I'm gonna give you 100% of the 40. I gotta give you 100% of the 40. So man, I just love this. I love improvement. I love seeing it in other people.
All right, so bro just hit on something really important around meditation.
Yeah, anything that brings you peace. So meditation isn't crossing up the legs for everybody.
Right.
Now if that finds you peace and that gets you in your zone, by all means meditate that way. But if you find your peace in your place of comfort in washing dishes, or cutting the grass, or planting flowers, or getting shots up at it, whatever it is that finds you peace. My meditation is this. My most creative moments, my most honest moments with myself about things like disagreements with people and things like that, I work through all of that. And I come away with it in a more mature way, and I think about what I need to do, and hopefully I take something from that. And you have to listen to that. That has to come from a place where you gotta listen to your spirit. You have to. It's not gonna work if you don't.
It's that attunement with the spirit, with God.
You always hear people saying like, I don't know if God's talking to me. It's not thunderous voice.
Hello?
It's not.
Deshaun.
Literally, it's been times I've been sitting at a red light and I see a bird. A bird makes me think of something else, which brings me back to something, and it's like, You just have to believe, and why not? If I could go from 298 being super depressed, and I found out I was 298, the doctor said that you're pretty close to borderline diabetic. Black families, history of diabetes and high blood pressure in the family. I left the doctor's office and went to Wendy's.
You went to Wendy's?
You know why I did? Because I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I was not ready mentally. And then when I got into that place where I was like, okay, it's time to change, did it and I went. It was that, just like that. And then once I went, I just didn't stop. That took like my spirit being ready for it. The spirit ain't ready for it. It's not gonna happen. One day I woke up, my tattoo artist actually sent me a food plan, going back to food being the
number one.
I followed it, and I cut weight. I did the like seclusion thing this time it was to get better. I popped back up 3 months later, and nobody recognized who I was. I lost a lot of weight, put the muscle on. Being honest with myself, I had to be honest. Bro, you're not happy. Nothing my mom can do about it. Nothing my dad can do about it. My homies can't do nothing about it. My siblings can't do nothing. Can't nobody do nothing about it. I have to do that, because they can give me all the tools. Try this, try that. And if I don't do it for myself, if I don't find what works for me, not for everybody else, it has to be for me.
We always looking for somebody else for approval, to support us, push us, when it has to come from here. If you can't motivate yourself, there's gonna be those times when you drop and ain't nobody else there. And that's why you have to build that initiative, fortitude.
Damn.
That's it, fortitude. It's starting to hurt. This shoulder's like giving me the middle finger right now. So I'm gonna show y'all the before, where my body is at now, and then in 6 months, every month I'll do like a picture or a video of my progress with Coach T. And so after 6 months, I have faith that you'll see a whole transformed Joffrey.
Amen.
So stay tuned. I feel great, I feel stronger. I do feel like I'm gonna be in pain later tonight. But also my mind and my spirit feel more aligned right now, bro. You gave me a wealth of knowledge too. And number one thing is the food thing, bro. So I appreciate it. That's how I'm feeling right now.
Feeling for me to be able to see you come in here, get out of your comfort zone, and try some new things. I think that's the biggest thing, to be able to see the change in somebody, or the confidence. The confidence, when I see that in somebody, when I see that in people that I'm working out and I'm training, when I see it click, they don't even know it clicked, but when I see it click, there's like very few feelings that are better than that in life to me.